Marianne, I'm shaking. I just pulled into the driveway. Her apartment looks the same, like she's still inside.
Breathe, Claire. You're doing this for her.
I know. But the air feels heavy, like I'm trespassing in a grave. He's taken everything. The jewelry's gone. The box with her letters? Empty. He stripped this place like a vulture.
Did you check the bedroom closet? She used to hide things in the shoe boxes, remember?
I'm heading there now. Typing. Marianne, I found something. There's a torn envelope shoved behind her winter coats. It's addressed to me.
Open it. What's inside?
It's a draft of the will, dated 8 months before she passed. I knew it. She did want to split everything. It's in her handwriting. 50% to Claire, 50% to Eric.
Take a photo. Send it to me.
Sends photo.
It looks legit. We'll need to compare that signature to the one on the official version he gave the lawyer. What's the paper feel like? Aged? Authentic?
Yes. Yellowed at the edges. Smells like the cedar chest. I'm crying. She wanted me to have something.
She did. And now we'll make sure you get it. You said Eric was there before you went through the apartment?
Yeah. He was here the morning after the funeral. He said he was collecting memories. Liar. He was collecting evidence to destroy.
I bet he thought he got everything. He missed this.
I'm scared. What if this isn't enough?
It's a start. Now we get a handwriting expert. And a forensic doc analyst.
How much is that going to cost me?
Leave that to me. I still have favors to call in.
Marianne, why are you doing this? I mean, why so much?
Because I watched my own sister do this to me 10 years ago. She forged Dad's will. I didn't fight. I let her win. I regretted it every day.
I didn't know that.
No one does. But you're not going to regret anything. You're going to look that smug little bastard in the eyes and take back what's yours.
He's going to fight me. He's already called twice today. Left me voicemails like nothing happened. Hey sis, hope you're okay. Let's grab lunch soon.
Are you serious?
I almost vomited. He's playing innocent, trying to keep me from questioning things.
He doesn't know you found that draft.
Exactly. I'm not telling him a thing. Let him think I'm weak.
Good, keep him in the dark. Let him get cocky.
I'm going to scan the draft now. Keep the original somewhere safe.
Put it in your fireproof box. And email me the scan.
Done. God. I still remember when we were kids and he used to steal my allowance.
Once a thief.
And Mom would say, "Oh, Claire, he's just a boy." Well, guess what? Now he's a grown man who stole a life's worth of savings.
And he's going to pay for it.
He always got away with everything. Crashed Mom's car. She covered for him. Dropped out of college. She paid off his loans. I never got a dime.
And yet you stayed by her side till her last breath. He didn't even show up until the final week.
I fed her. Bathed her. Held her hand when she couldn't breathe. I watched her die. He watched her bank account.
I hope the judge sees that.
Me too. But even if they don't, I'll make them. He doesn't get to win. He doesn't get to erase me from my own mother's legacy.
That's the spirit. Next step, we file a contest of the will.
How long will that take?
Depends on the court, but we'll get on the docket fast if we prove fraud. Once we file, we request a handwriting comparison and freeze the estate until it's resolved.
That'll drive him insane. He's probably already planning what to sell first.
Let him. Every cent he touches will come back with interest.
He thinks he's won, but he doesn't know who I've become. Not anymore.
Damn right he doesn't. Now go rest, you've earned it.
Rest? Not yet. I'm just getting started. You were right. He's starting to panic.
What did he do?
He showed up at my door this morning, smiling, like nothing's wrong. He brought coffee. Said he wanted to talk about how things went down.
The audacity.
I didn't even let him inside. I stood in the doorway and asked him point blank, "Why did you forge Mom's will?"
You actually said that?
Yes. And his face went dead white. Then he laughed. He said, "Oh, Claire, come on. You're not going to start this again." Like I'm the one being irrational.
Classic manipulator tactic.
I told him I had a copy of Mom's original draft. I didn't say where I found it. Just that I had it. He tried to brush it off. She changed her mind, Claire.
She didn't.
I know. He started raising his voice. Told me I was pathetic for clinging to scraps. Said I should move on.
Move on from your own mother's legacy?
Then he leaned in and said, "You don't want this getting messy, Claire. Not with your job, your finances." It was a threat.
He just threatened you?
Yep. I shut the door in his face. He stood out there yelling for a while. My neighbor called to check on me.
Good. Document everything. We're going to use his intimidation against him.
I already wrote a statement. Dated it. Saved voicemails, too.
You're getting stronger every day.
I'm scared, Marianne. He's not just angry. He's desperate. What if he tries to destroy the real will?
He can't. We already scanned and notarized your draft, and we filed it with probate court this morning.
Wait, you did that already?
I said I'd move fast. Judge Tanner's clerk confirmed we're on the calendar for a preliminary hearing next Thursday.
That's in 6 days. I'm not ready.
Yes, you are. I'll be right there with you. We'll walk in, show them the evidence, and let the truth speak for itself.
What if they think I forged my version?
We have witnesses, dates, even a video of your mom signing Christmas cards with the same signature style.
That's true. I forgot about that.
I didn't. And remember the nurse who visited her in her final months? She can testify that your mom was bedridden the week that new will was supposedly signed.
You're brilliant.
Just thorough. Eric played dirty. We'll play smart.
He just texted me. Want to see it?
Send it.
Screenshot sent.
You're going to regret this, Claire. He's unraveling.
He always had a temper. But now that money's involved, he's showing his true face.
Let him. The more he lashes out, the more we win.
What happens if we prove he forged it?
Best case scenario. The court throws out his version. You get 50% as per the original draft. Plus he could face criminal charges.
Criminal?
For fraud, forgery, obstruction of probate.
Oh my God. I don't even know if I want him in jail. I just want justice.
This is justice. He used deception to steal what was yours. This isn't revenge. It's correction.
I wish Mom could see this. She always wanted us to stick together.
She also wanted fairness. And you were the one who was there when she was in pain. She would be proud of you.
I hope so. I'm going to prepare everything this weekend. Notes, copies, timeline.
I'll help you build a binder. Bring it all to my place Sunday night. We'll rehearse.
He's going to be so smug in that courtroom until he sees what I've got.
Then he'll panic. And when he does, the court will see who's lying.
You know what's ironic? He always said I was the soft one. Guess I'm not so soft now.
You're sharp, you're ready. And you're about to take back what's rightfully yours.
I'm going to fight like hell. I'm in the courthouse parking lot. My hands won't stop shaking.
You're here. That's what matters. Deep breath. We've got this.
He's already inside. I saw his car.
Good. Let him sit there and squirm. I've got the binder. Copies, statements, original draft, photos, your mom's nurse's letter.
Thank you for everything.
You walk in there with your head held high. You're not a victim today. You're the one telling the truth.
I'm going in. Marianne, I think I just watched Eric break in real time.
What happened?
So the judge came in. She asked both sides for opening statements. Eric's lawyer stood up all smug, kept calling me bitter and estranged, said I was trying to rewrite history out of jealousy.
What a joke.
Then the judge asked if there were any challenges to the current will. I stood up. I handed over the draft. The room went silent. Eric turned gray. The judge reviewed it, asked about chain of custody, dates, and if we had signature comparison material.
And we do.
We gave her the Christmas card videos, the checkbooks, the nurse's testimony. Then came the handwriting expert's letter. They said the signature on Eric's version looked highly inconsistent with prior known samples.
She said that in open court?
Yes, it's now part of the record. Eric started whispering to his lawyer, like panicking. The judge asked him directly, "Mr. Jensen, were you present during the drafting of this will?" He stammered, lied, said Mom, called a lawyer to the hospital, but we had proof she never left the house in her final month. Marianne, you should have seen his lawyer's face. He looked like he wanted to melt into the floor.
I wish I had.
Then they tried to request a recess. Judge denied it, said the evidence was credible enough to proceed. I gave my statement. I told the court about Mom's final days, how I stayed, fed her, read to her, watched her fade. I told them I didn't want revenge. I just wanted the truth.
That's exactly what the judge needed to hear.
When I finished, I looked at Eric. He wouldn't meet my eyes.
Because he knows.
The judge adjourned for the day. She said she'll issue a formal ruling next week. But Marianne, she looked at me and said, "Ms. Jensen, thank you for your honesty." Her voice was warm, like she already knew.
We've already won, Claire. Next week is just paperwork.
I walked past Eric on the way out. He just sat there, hands clenched, staring at the floor. I didn't say a word. I didn't need to.
Powerful silence.
I almost feel sorry for him.
Don't! He made a choice. He betrayed blood. He gambled with grief and lost.
What do you think the judge will do?
Minimum, she'll invalidate his will. Maximum, refer it for criminal charges.
I don't even know how to feel. Happy? Vindicated? Broken?
All of it. This was never just about money. This was about your mother's voice being heard.
I kept hearing her today, like she was whispering behind me. Don't let him erase you.
She's proud of you.
I didn't cry during court, but now I can't stop.
Let it out. You held it together when it counted.
Marianne, You saved me.
Number, you saved yourself. I just held the flashlight.
I'm going to make sure Eric never does this to anyone again, even if the court goes easy on him. I'll go public if I have to.
One step at a time. Let's get through the ruling next week.
Okay, but I'm not afraid of him anymore. And that feels better than any check ever could. It's done.
You got the ruling?
Just walked out of the courtroom. I'm sitting in my car, staring at the paper in my hand. It says, Eric Jensen's will is hereby declared null and void.
Yes, yes! You did it, Claire.
The judge ordered the estate to be split equally, as per the original draft. My name is finally back where it belongs. She called the forged document deeply troubling. And she didn't stop there.
Go on.
She said the case will be referred to the DA's office for review.
Fraud charges. He's going to face actual consequences.
You should have seen his face when she read the ruling. He looked like the ground disappeared beneath him. He tried to speak up, but his own lawyer put a hand on his shoulder to stop him. The bailiff had to tell him to sit down.
Poetic.
After the hearing, he ran after me. I was walking toward the elevators, and suddenly he's right there. He grabbed my arm.
What?
I pulled away, don't worry. He said, How could you do this to me?
What a narcissist.
I told him, You did this to yourself. And then he said something that chilled me. You always thought you were better. Mom just pitied you. Then he smiled, this awful, bitter smile, and said, Enjoy your half. I hope it keeps you warm.
He's spiraling. He's losing everything and trying to drag you down emotionally with him.
I didn't respond. I got on the elevator and didn't look back. And Marianne, when the doors closed, I cried.
Tears of release.
I felt her, like she was standing behind me again. And not sick, not fragile, but strong. I think she knew what Eric was capable of. She left that draft for a reason.
She trusted you. She knew you wouldn't let her be silenced.
I'm getting my life back. Half of the house, the savings account, the bonds. It's mine now.
You earned every cent.
And yet, I don't even care about the money. I care that I stood up for myself. I finally stopped letting Eric bully me.
You broke the cycle. That's worth more than anything in that will.
He left without saying another word. He looked defeated, small.
Because deep down, people like him are cowards. They count on us to stay quiet. You didn't.
I feel like I've aged 10 years and shed 10 years all at once. I'm lighter and heavier.
That's grief and justice colliding. It's normal.
I still have the draft. I want to frame it. Not for the money, but because it's her. Her words, her signature, her final truth.
I think that's beautiful.
I don't know what's next.
Rest, breathe, rebuild.
I was thinking, maybe it's time to move. This town's full of ghosts.
Then go. Find peace somewhere new.
I want a little garden, somewhere quiet. And maybe start painting again.
Yes, yes to all of that.
I want to feel like me again. Not just someone's sister. Not just someone left out.
You're Claire. And Claire just did something incredible.
I wish I could tell every woman out there. Don't let them erase you. Don't let them rewrite the story.
Maybe someday you will write about it.
Maybe I will. This isn't just the end of something. It's the beginning.
Exactly.
I'm going to make a cup of tea. Sit by the window, let the sun in.
You deserve that and more.
Thank you, Marianne, for the flashlight. For the fight. For never letting me forget who I am.
Anytime, sister, anytime.
Just got a letter from Eric's attorney.
What now?
He's trying to appeal. Claims the judge was biased in my favor.
He's grasping at straws. There was nothing biased about what happened. It was facts and evidence.
He's saying I emotionally manipulated the court.
You told the truth. He's just mad his lies didn't work this time.
His lawyer wants to schedule a mediation. Said they want to avoid dragging the family through more court proceedings.
Translation, he knows he'll lose again. He's trying to settle behind closed doors to save face.
I don't want mediation. I want a record. I want a ruling that stands.
Then we say no. Let it go to appeals court. It'll get thrown out fast.
How long does that process take?
Couple months, maybe. But trust me, appeals judges don't like fraud cases. They don't like liars wasting their time.
What if he drags this out for years?
He won't have the money to. Remember, court froze the estate assets until everything is resolved. He's broke, Claire.
He looked like it. I heard he tried to sell Mom's car last week. But the title's in both our names. He didn't even check.
Amateur hour. He's so used to taking without consequence.
This whole thing's eating at him. He's unraveling in public. I got 3 texts from mutual friends asking why he's so angry all the time lately.
You said nothing, right?
Nothing. I don't need to say anything. He's writing his own downfall in real time.
Exactly.
You know what's strange? I used to want to fix things with him. I used to hope we'd talk again like siblings. But now, I don't want that. I want peace.
And peace doesn't always include people from your past.
I keep remembering when we were kids, how he used to blame me for everything. He broke Mom's lamp, I got punished. He skipped school, I had to cover for him. This case didn't change who he is. It just exposed what I tried to ignore.
He's always been that person. But now you finally stopped being his shield.
I still have moments where I feel guilty.
Trauma guilt, very real. He trained you to feel bad when he failed. You're detoxing from years of emotional abuse.
It's like I walk through the house and hear echoes, arguments, slamming doors, her crying behind closed rooms, but also laughter. Sunday dinners, Mom humming while chopping vegetables. I don't want to erase any of it. I just want to make peace with all of it.
You will. The noise will quiet, and what's left will be yours to keep.
Do you think he ever loved her?
I think he loved what she gave him. But love without respect is just entitlement.
She protected him too much. Maybe she thought she could save him.
Some mothers confuse love with rescue, but she left you the truth, and that says everything.
I keep that draft by my bed. I read it some nights, just seeing her handwriting. It reminds me that she saw me.
She did, and so do I.
I don't know how to thank you.
You don't have to. This isn't about gratitude. This is about reclaiming your voice.
I keep thinking, what if I hadn't said anything? What if I let him win?
You'd still be in that little apartment, wondering if you were crazy.
Yes, and he'd be out there, gloating.
This case was your line in the sand. You chose yourself.
I want to help other women do the same. I'm not sure how yet.
Start by telling your story. Maybe someone hears it and realizes they're not alone.
I used to be afraid of being alone. But now I think loneliness isn't the absence of people. It's the absence of truth.
And you've got the truth now. In black and white. Signed and sealed.
He may appeal. He may fight. But he won't win. Because I already did.
Damn right you did.
You're not going to believe this.
Try me.
His appeal was accepted for review.
What? How? On what basis?
His lawyer filed a claim that the original draft wasn't properly authenticated.
That's ridiculous. We had notarized comparisons, witness testimony, everything.
They're saying the chain of custody was too casual because I found the will after she passed.
That's a stretch. But appeals courts have to at least look at new filings. Doesn't mean it's going anywhere.
I know, but it scared me for a second. What if a judge sides with him?
They won't. They'd have to disregard every expert and document already admitted.
He sent me a letter.
From jail?
No, he's not charged yet. Just broke and bitter. The letter was handwritten. 3 pages. It started with, "You may have fooled the court, but you didn't fool me."
Oh, how noble of him.
He called me manipulative, accused me of planting the draft, said I took advantage of a dying woman's confusion. I had to stop reading halfway through.
I hope you burned it.
I'm keeping it. If this goes further, that letter is evidence.
Smart.
He said something else, though. He wrote, "You always needed Mom's approval more than I did." And then, "Funny how you only got it when she was 6 feet under."
That's not just cruel. That's a confession. He's admitting he knew what your mom wanted and didn't care.
I didn't even catch that. I was too busy shaking.
He's trying to rattle you, but now you rattle him.
He also called me a parasite and said, "You'll lose the money like you lose everything else."
Projection. He's the one who's lost everything.
I want to be done with this. I want the court to slam the door shut. I want to sleep a full night without seeing his face.
You will. Appeals take weeks, maybe months. But he can't touch a dime, and he's unraveling.
He called Aunt Linda last night, begged her to talk some sense into me.
And?
She hung up on him.
Good for her.
She called me after, said she found an old voicemail from Mom, years ago, saying she updated her will to finally be fair.
Wait, can she send that to us?
She already did. I forwarded it to you.
Claire, that voicemail is gold. It proves Mom intended that change. Even if the draft wasn't formally executed, the intent was clear.
You think it could help at the appeal?
I know it can. Judges love first-hand records, especially from the deceased.
He's going to lose again. And this time, there's no hole for him to crawl into.
There never was. He just lived in shadows.
He's starting to call people from his past. Even my ex-husband.
What?
I don't know what he's saying. But Michael told me, your brother is not well. He said Eric sounded like he was drunk. Or worse.
Desperation's ugly.
I don't think he's just scared of losing. I think he's scared of being seen. For who he really is.
And now he can't hide behind Mom. Or you.
When the money's locked. When the manipulation fails. What's left of him?
Shattered ego and empty threats.
I'm not afraid anymore. But I still feel exposed. Like part of me's been on trial too.
Because it has. But every day you walk through this fire, You step out cleaner than before.
I haven't touched the bank account, haven't moved a cent.
Why?
I needed to know I wasn't doing this for the money.
You never were.
I think I'm ready now. I think I want to take some of it and do something good. Set up a scholarship
For who?
for adult daughters who cared for their dying parents, who left jobs, sold cars, moved states, who watched the light fade, and still stayed.
Claire. That's beautiful.
I want something good to live from this. I want Mom's name to mean care, not conflict.
She'd love that. You're turning your wound into something holy.
I still wake up at 3 a.m. in a cold sweat, but I also wake up with purpose.
That's healing.
It's slow, but it's happening.
And I'm with you every step.
I don't know what comes next.
Peace. And maybe, just maybe, joy.
Just left the mailbox. The appeals court scheduled the hearing for next Friday.
That soon? They must have seen how flimsy his case is.
It feels like déjà vu. Same courthouse, same hallways. But I'm not the same woman.
Damn right you're not. And this time, he's walking into a wall of truth.
Do you remember the first time I told you about the draft? How scared I was to even say it aloud.
You were shaking, and now you're standing.
I've been thinking a lot about Mom lately, about the silence she kept. She knew Eric wasn't kind. She saw the things he did.
But she still loved him.
She enabled him. And I think part of her left that draft as an apology to me.
She didn't say it in words, but she said it in ink.
I'm finally starting to forgive her, but I'll never forget what he tried to do.
Nor should you.
Guess who called me yesterday?
Oh God, who now?
My cousin Bradley. He said Eric showed up to his office, unannounced, asking for a loan.
Number?
He told him to leave. Said he was done funding liars. I think Eric thought he could rally the family. But they've seen the court documents now. Nobody's on his side.
He's burning every bridge he ever stepped on.
Bradley said he looked like a ghost. Disheveled, twitchy. I barely recognize the version of him they describe now.
When people build their identity on control, and then lose it, what's left is panic.
I've had dreams where I scream at him, where I finally say everything I held back for 30 years. And in the dream, he just laughs. That's what terrifies me most.
Because part of you thinks he'll never understand what he did.
Yes, he'll go to his grave blaming me.
But that's not your burden to carry. You're not here to fix his reflection.
Only my own. I looked in the mirror this morning and didn't feel shame for the first time in months. I saw a fighter.
I see her too.
I booked a massage for the day after the hearing.
Ooh, self-care queen.
I figured, win or lose, I'll need to exhale.
You'll win.
He's going to try something. I feel it.
What makes you say that?
I got an anonymous email this morning. The subject line was fraud, no message body. Just a blurry image of the draft will I submitted. I traced the IP. It came from a public library in his zip code.
He's trying to plant seeds of doubt, even now.
He doesn't understand I'm not the woman he bullied before. I saved every document, every text, every threat. If he wants war, I have the arsenal.
And you've got truth on your side.
That's more powerful than anything he can manufacture. I think he's afraid of being forgotten. And worse, being remembered for exactly who he is.
That's exactly what's happening. His story is being rewritten, and it's not flattering.
I read his appeal submission. He actually used the word emotional manipulation 12 times, as if grief and honesty were weapons.
He doesn't understand sincerity. He confuses it with strategy.
I wanted to highlight every lie in that document. I wanted to scream in the margins.
But you didn't, because you don't need to scream anymore. You're being heard now.
For the first time in my whole life, I grew up being the quiet one, the stable one, the one who doesn't cause trouble. And all it got me was ignored.
Not anymore. The quiet ones write history in ink, and you just rewrote yours.
Do you think people can really change?
Sometimes, but only when they admit who they've been.
He never will. And maybe that's okay. His chapter is closing. Mine's just starting.
I'll be in the gallery Friday. I want to watch him watch you win.
I don't want to humiliate him.
I know, but he needs to feel the boundary this time.
He will. He already is. I didn't sleep last night.
Understandable. You've been climbing this mountain for months.
I kept thinking about the moment I walk into that courtroom tomorrow. What if I freeze?
You won't. You've walked through fire. All that's left is stepping out the other side.
I keep rehearsing what I want to say, but every time it comes out like a scream in my head.
Then write it down. Read it if you need to.
The judge won't be impressed by emotion.
The judge wants honesty, and no one alive can tell this story like you can.
Eric texted me again last night. Just one line. You sure you're ready to burn everything down?
He's scared, trying to make you question what he did.
It made my stomach turn. I almost blocked him.
Almost?
I want to keep every word. If this gets worse, every message is evidence.
Smart. You've grown sharper through all this.
I don't feel sharp. I feel exhausted. I feel like I'm carrying a house on my back.
Tomorrow, that weight starts to lift. You're going to step into that room and tell the truth. And that truth will echo.
What if he lies again?
He will. But this time, you're not the only one who knows it. His patterns are public now. The court has context.
I got a call from a blocked number this morning.
And?
I didn't answer, but they left a voicemail. I just listened to it.
Who was it?
His old college roommate. I barely remember him. He said he saw the news online and wanted to talk. He said Eric bragged about changing the will, if it came to it, back in December.
What?
Said he didn't take it seriously then, but now he's willing to testify.
This could be a game changer. Premeditation. This isn't just fraud. It's intentional fraud.
Do we have time to submit him as a witness?
Probably not for tomorrow, but it strengthens the case if the judge keeps the file open. And if the DA decides to press charges.
I can't believe Eric said that to someone. He always thinks people will protect him.
He's been building his life on borrowed loyalty, and now it's all expiring.
His lawyer filed another motion
What now?
to exclude the voicemail from Aunt Linda. They're saying, emotional context should not interfere with legal reasoning.
They're trying to silence your mom. She's gone, and they still want her voice buried.
I won't let them. I won't let him. I'm going to print her words on paper and bring them with me tomorrow. If they won't play the audio, I'll read it.
Good. Make them hear her. Make them remember this was never just about a state law. This was a daughter fighting for her mother's truth.
I just want this to be over. I want to exhale. I want to walk outside and not feel like my past is dragging behind me like a chain.
You will. You're already halfway there.
I saw him yesterday.
Where?
At the grocery store. He didn't see me. He was in sweatpants. Looked pale. Aged. He dropped a jar of sauce and didn't even pick it up.
He's unraveling.
I thought I'd feel triumphant seeing him like that, but I just felt sad.
Because you're human. But sadness isn't weakness. It just means your heart is still open.
I don't hate him. I hate what he chose to become.
And that's more honest than anything he's ever said.
I'm going to bed early tonight. Tomorrow, I walk in as Claire Jensen, daughter of Martha, truth bearer.
And I'll be right behind you.
It's done.
I'm holding my breath. What happened?
I walked in and he was already there. Hair messy. Suit wrinkled. He looked like someone halfway through a breakdown.
What about the judge?
Same one from the initial ruling. She remembered me. Called me Ms. Jensen, but gave me a nod that felt personal.
She knows.
They let his lawyer speak first. He argued that the draft lacked formal legal standing and that I used sentimental pressure to sway the court. Then they showed photos of the draft. Tried to imply the paper was aged artificially. They said I stored it improperly. That I manipulated optics.
Unbelievable. How did the judge respond?
She asked for my statement, and I stood. I opened the folder and read Mom's words aloud. To Claire and Eric, I love you both. I want you to share everything equally. And then I looked at Eric. His eyes were empty. I said, Your Honor, this was not about money. It was about erasure. About being written out of my own mother's final chapter. And for the first time, I didn't cry.
You were powerful.
After I finished, the judge was quiet. Then she asked if we had anything new since the last hearing. I mentioned Bradley's testimony, the voicemail, and the college roommate's call. The judge paused and then said, It is my belief that this appeal lacks merit and was filed in bad faith. And just like that, it was over.
Oh my God.
The appeal was dismissed. Eric flinched like someone had slapped him.
I wish I'd been there.
His lawyer packed up in silence. Eric stood, looked at me, and said, You really think you won? I said nothing. I didn't need to. He turned to leave and tripped over his own chair. The bailiff helped him up. He mumbled something like, Everyone always against me.
Still the victim in his own mind.
Always.
How do you feel right now?
Light. Like I've been holding my breath since Mom died and only now exhaled. I wanted a victory. What I got was something bigger. Clarity.
That's what real justice feels like.
The judge said I could petition to recover legal costs. But I don't think I will.
Really?
I don't want a single cent tied to Eric anymore. I want peace.
I respect that.
We walked out at the same time. He tried to say something. I said, Don't. And he stopped. For the first time ever, he listened.
He finally realized he has no more control over you.
Exactly. I got in my car, turned the engine, and cried the kind of tears you cry when you finally put something down after carrying it too far. Too long.
I am so proud of you.
I think Mom would be too.
She'd be in the front row, hand on your shoulder, saying, That's my daughter.
I'm going to take a few days just to breathe, to be still.
Yes, let this land. Let yourself feel all of it.
I want to stand outside barefoot in the grass. I want to look up and thank the sky. I want to sleep, really sleep.
And you will, because tomorrow is yours again.
I can't believe I made it here. And I can't believe how many versions of myself I had to become to survive him.
You're not surviving anymore. You're living.
I'm going to call Aunt Linda tomorrow. I want her to hear it from me.
She'll be thrilled.
I'll say, we did it.
We?
Me, you, Mom, all of us. Truth doesn't travel alone. I'm ready to move forward.
And whatever comes next, you'll meet it standing tall.
I already am. I slept for 10 hours straight.
Finally.
I didn't dream about Court, or Eric, or the will. I dreamed I was sitting on a hill watching the sky turn gold, and Mom was next to me.
What did she say?
She didn't. She just held my hand, and that was enough.
I think that's her way of telling you. It's okay to rest now.
I woke up and didn't feel dread in my chest. Just air.
You've earned every breath of it.
I spent the morning walking around the neighborhood. I passed the old bakery she loved. They still have her favorite apricot danishes.
You should get one.
I did, and I ate it on a bench outside in silence. For the first time in forever, silence didn't feel like pressure.
It felt like peace.
Yes, I went home and packed a few boxes. I think I'm ready to move.
Really?
Yeah, I want a small place with a big window. Somewhere light falls across the floor at 3 p.m. Somewhere Mom never cried.
You're not running. You're choosing.
I don't want to carry these walls anymore. I want to remember her where it's quiet.
I know a realtor if you need one.
Give her my number. Also, I signed the papers for the scholarship fund this morning.
You did it.
It's called the Martha Jensen Caregiver Fund. First award goes out this fall. I cried in the bank office, but not from sadness.
From Full Circle Healing.
I kept thinking, what if some young woman out there holding her mother's hand through the end? What if she gets to feel seen? What if no one erases her name?
Then all of this meant something bigger.
Exactly. Eric sent one last email yesterday.
Oh?
No subject line. Just one sentence. I hope you're happy now.
What did you do?
I archived it. No reply. No rage. No energy spent.
Perfect. He doesn't get your time anymore.
I don't feel hate anymore. I don't feel much for him at all. Just a quiet distance.
Peace isn't always loud. Sometimes it's just the absence of noise.
I think I'm going to take a solo trip. Just me, a book, and the road.
Do it. Find the version of yourself that existed before all of this.
I don't know if she's still there.
Then meet the new one. She's stronger.
I'm looking in the mirror again. I see someone with a spine. And softness. Someone who stood up. And stayed kind.
That's the best version of you.
Thank you for holding the line with me.
Always. You held it first.
Whatever comes next, I'm ready.
I know you are.
And when I'm sitting on that hill again someday, I'll know I made it.
And your mom will be right beside you.